Hello friends and welcome back. Today I get to share with you my July club kit for Club La La Land Crafts, the unboxing, and then we're going to do a quick project. And I'm just going to kind of introduce you to everything that comes in your July kit, and it is so stinking cute. Okay, so I'm just going to open it up. Now obviously I've already opened it because I've been playing. But first I'm going to pull out the infographics to kind of give you an overview of everything that's in here. And then I'm going to pull out these guys. So you've got your dies and your stamps. So let's take a peek at this. So in this month's kit for July, you get Safari Marcy and rubber stamp. You also get the Ape About You, which is these adorable little apes here. All of these sentiments are included. You also get a die that creates a safari truck, like a Jeep. And then you've got a skyline border, and then this other border here, the little birds flying, and a sun. So these are all the things that are included in your kit. I'll show you over here. There is the retail value is $69.99. Your exclusive projects so if you're a club team member, there's going to be a spot on your paper that comes with your kit telling you where to go to get I'll show you our project at the end, what we're going to be making, but every design team member makes a special project just for you, and that's where you'll find that. So this is everything here. Just kind of leave it here for a second. So if you've never had or seen this kit before, it'll give you an idea of where to go to find everything, and then we'll get into the unboxing. So I'll set that off to the side. So here are your dies right here. I'm going to open this up. Now I cut everything out, which is why everything's kind of taken. So they'll come kind of connected, and you just use your snips. This one I was able to cut it out and just leave it all together because all the pieces cut out separately, but this one you have to snip because it's kind of all kind of attached to each other. So here's your little sun, and then there's this one that I cut out here. Then this piece here, you can make this pretty much as big as you want because you can just keep on going. If you wanted to make like a slimline card that's really long, you would just keep going. But this is how it comes out here. You can see that edge. That's that one. Then for the grass border, I cut it out twice. So I cut it out with like this kind of brown and then this real dark green, and then I just kind of pasted the green on top to give you the top of your trees. And that one is actually, I think, for me, I'm probably going to use it like this. So the card that we make together, I'll probably use that just like that. And then the birds, now I cut them out using white because I plan on making a really colorful sky, and I wanted them to show up really well, so they're just cut out of the white paper. So there's those. Now the Jeep, we're going to put the Jeep together, but here are the pieces when it cuts out. So you've got your base of your Jeep. Here, let me bring it up higher where you can see. So you got your base of your little, well, I should say Serengeti truck. I think Jeep is like a trade name, and you're not allowed to really say that. Here's your tires, which attach to these little parts that are sticking out. Then you've got the bumper on the front. I can pick it up. This one's going to go across the front. You've got a license plate where you can put something cute in there. And then here's the headlights. So we're going to obviously make the headlights headlighty colors. So there it is. And we'll put that one together in just a minute. But I want to show you the stamps first. So your stamps are red rubber. Totally, sorry about the crinkle. This I have not actually really done much with since I got them. So there's that. So here are your stamps. There. You know me, and I try to make it so you can see the size and everything. And then I've already colored in all of these images, so I'm going to set them on top. So I've got my Marcy. So here's Marcy. And I just put her in some Serengeti camo. And then I've got, let me set them up here. Now, some of the other design team members are like really good at the Copic coloring, and so here's my little, I know that there's generally this color right here, but I wanted to experiment with some other colors, even though I know that they're not. I know that they're generally the darker colors, but I just thought it would be cute to do a bunch of different ones. And so yeah, I didn't make them all the same color. So there are little apes. Okay, so there's everything that comes in the kit. Now we're going to put this truck together real quick. Now this one I did, let me zoom in so you can see the putting it together, because I don't want anybody to have any questions about how it attaches, like where all the pieces go. So I'm going to zoom you in, move some stuff out of the way. It's really, really easy. So if you wanted to, which I'm going to, on this back part right here, I'm going to put some silver, like some silver metal looking on the back so that it shows through to the front. Then these guys will sit on top. Once I've colored them in, the headlights will get put on top. As a matter of fact, let's just do that now. So I've got a little piece of scrap here, and I'm just going to cut it to size. So if you set this right behind here, let's see, I just want to trim it down to the right size because I don't want a bunch of extra. There's that. And that. There. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to glue that to the back. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. You can also put a window if you wanted to put like a piece of acetate behind the window. You could do that as well. And then you could create like a little windshield there. But I'm just going to glue this. And this will give you a place for your headlights to sit as well. So if you want to put your headlights in, you can. So let's bring this guy. There we go. Now we're going to put our headlights in. And I have a little pickup tool that I like to use, especially with like smaller pieces. You can also pop these out. I should have done that, darn it. Put a little piece of foam adhesive behind there to pop them out so that it give it a little bit of dimension, but of course I didn't do that because I always think about the cool stuff after the fact. Now we're going to place the tires. So these little things that are sticking out of the side right here, great place for you to attach the tires. So you could make it like really wide and stick it way out here, but I'm going to go with here. This is another one of those places where some dimension would probably work. Yep, if I can get my little sticker thing to come off. So let's go down just below the light. Same thing on this side. I'm going to go just below the light. Okay, and then again, dimension would be awesome, but this is only my one that goes inside my packaging so that I can see it. You know, it's like right there and I can see what it looks like. And your bumper is going to go here, right across the front. And then your license plate, put like a cute little heart or something in the middle of this license plate, can go right there on the front. And like I said, all of these pieces, you'll see the finished one that I do later. I'll show it to you. Even though my plan is for the subscriber only project is the one that was going to have the Jeep in it, but I might change my mind. So I will definitely show you the finished product with the actual dimension to it, but this is how the Jeep goes together. Be better if it wasn't crooked because of me trying to do this without putting my head in the middle of the camera, but there it is. So I will be back in just a few minutes, clean up my mess here, and get ready for our project that we're going to make together. Okay, so we are going to get started making our card, and one of the things that I wanted to do was real quickly let you know exactly what we're going to use to make this card. So that way, if you want to get yourself together and make along with me, you can pause the video, go get all your supplies together, and then come back and keep going. So first things first, we're making a step card. Super simple, tons of videos online about this, how to do it, but I will show you my little template, try to explain it as best I can. So this is 8.5. I'm sorry, is it 8.5? Yes, this is 8.5 by 5.5. So let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's 5.5. So 5.5 by 8.5. It's basically a regular size card base. And what you're going to do is all these lines here, right down the center, which is 2 3/4. You're just going to make yourself a little slit, kind of in the middle. Just make a little one to start because it's just a mark for you for where the center of your card is. And then you're going to start by scoring. So you're going to score at 1 1/4, 2, 3 1/8. The 4 1/4 goes all the way across. The 6 1/8 goes back up to that middle line. Don't pay attention to that because this is my template from, it makes sense to me. I'm sorry. So at the 2 3/4, then when you go back, what you want to do is from here, from your top score line to your bottom score line, you're going to finish that line out just to make sure that you have the entire thing. And this is what you end up with right here. So you've got, like I said, this is your 2 3/4. This isn't a tutorial on the step card, just so you know. If you really want to know, I would just go ahead, you're already on YouTube, jump over to step card tutorials. The very first one you come to will explain this way better than I am, because I just want to show you how to put the card together, not necessarily how to make this one. But, and then your bend. So you bend up and down in the middle. All the rest of them are kind of like an up-down shape for a step card. Super simple. This is probably the easiest type of card that I make when I do any type of interactive cards, but I thought that this was going to be perfect for this type of card kit because this is a great scene builder right here. You've got all these different layers, and when you put your this is called the Safari Skyline. When you put the Safari Skyline in the different steps and put this whole thing together, it's going to be amazing. So I have cut out 2 sets of the Safari Skyline here so that we can fill in the whole entire thing. I've also got my Jeep. I made a pink and gold with the silver in the middle Jeep, and then I did put a little piece of vellum here, like a windshield that you can still see through. Hopefully we'll be able to see my skyline behind it, but we've got that. We've got our images all colored up. I'm going to use Let the Adventure Begin as my sentiment. I've got my birds, I've got my sun. I'm going to put my dies off to the side so that they're not in the way. And I'm going to kind of move all this stuff off because now what we want to do is make our Safari Skyline. So I Googled the image for Serengeti Skyline, and this was absolutely perfect. I came up with my background. So I'm going to move some stuff out of the way so that you can see. So we are going to do some Distress Oxide inks here. So we're going to use Festive Berries, Ripe Persimmon, and Fossilized Amber, and we are going to create our skyline here. Then once we're done with the skyline, we're going to use one of, this is the one right below the biggest of the scalloped rectangle dies. And this one, if you look here, is going to fit perfectly right here. Okay? So that's why I picked this size here. Now for the paper that I'm using, I always, if I'm doing any type of ink blending, I always use Bristol Smooth cardstock because this one gives me the best blend. So we're going to use that. And we're going to start with, I'm totally going off of the internet and how the skyline looks. So hopefully this is going to come out really cute. On the bottom is the red. So we're going to start with this one. And I'm using just some, these are Vivace makeup brushes. Super cheap. Got them on Amazon. I don't have any of the super expensive ones because I don't do enough ink blending to justify spending that kind of money. Honestly. So I don't. But I hear that they are fabulous, the really nice expensive ones. But these work just fine for me for the amount of actual ink blending that I do. So there is my bottom. Next, I'm going to have to go with, let's pull this one out. Let me just make sure these are clean before I start. So your next level here, from after you get from here, is going to be the Ripe Persimmon. So let me move this over. We're going to do the orange next. It's kind of like an orangey red. I think I need to replace this one. Honestly, this is one of the expensive brushes because I got this in a kit. So this is not the Bavachi brush. It's one of the expensive ones, and I don't remember who makes it. They're almost exactly the same, but this one actually blends better than this one. Or my orange is just getting really low. I don't know. Interesting. I might have to actually test these out someday. Nah. Like I said, I don't do this enough to worry about it. So we're going to go back over it again with the red. And now we're going to work on our fossilized amber. So I need another one. Let's get this one. This is one I actually usually use for the blue. So I got to clean it really good. And we're going to work on the yellow now. So this is fossilized amber. And this is going to be the top. Now here's a little trick. Let me get one that doesn't have writing all over it. When you get to this part, your fingers, if you touch this with your fingers, you're going to leave finger marks. So you just take a little post-it note and hold it with the post-it note and then keep working. And that just keeps you from leaving your fingerprints all over your paper. Make sure you make a nice blend from one color to the other. We're going to go back and forth until it's all blended nicely. Here's our orange again. We're going to put the orange right over the top of the red just to give it a nice blend from one to the other. And that is probably as far as we need to go because I like the way it looks right now. I'm not going to do any splattering or anything like that because I don't, the skyline does not look like that. So I'm just going to put my brushes off to the side. And we're going to run this through. I'm going to let it dry for a second, so I am going to pause the video so that I can let this dry because I don't want to get ink all over everything. And then we're going to run it through with our dye here. I'm going to try to place it kind of more towards the top because I want more of the orange and the yellow in there. And then we'll come back and put the card together. Alrighty, so now we're going to start putting our card together. And one of the things I figured while I was waiting for this to dry was I decided that I wanted my sun to be much bigger. So I only need to see about half of this. So I just kind of made, with what was left over on my brushes, a circle, and then I used one of the Stitch Circle dies and I cut it out. So that is where that came from. I just want my sun to take center stage. So now I'm going to attach, so here's what our skyline looks like. I'm going to attach this to my card right here. So this particular size right here fits really well. So there's that. See there? Actually, it probably could have gone up just a teeny bit more, but it's okay. I'm going to leave it because I don't want to ruin my paper and then have to do it over again. And then now we're going to start placing these guys. So I cut out, like I said, 2 of each. So you've got this one here and this one here. And so I've cut them out twice each. And I'm going to place this one here in the back. So this one will go back here. And then this one will go in front of that, like so. See? So that's where we're headed. Here. So it's going to go kind of right at the top. Because I don't want to see the white card base on the other side. There. So there's that one. And now on the front, we've got this entire piece that's going to go across the front, like so. I'm going to bring it up. There it is. Now if you wanted to, you could probably stick this back here as well to give it just one more layer, but I think I'm going to leave this one off. So now we're going to start adding all of our little elements to it. So let me turn that over. Darn thieves. So since that's supposed to be way in the background, and so isn't this Jeep, since the Jeep is kind of small. I think I'm going to put the Jeep back here, kind of hanging out, or maybe even back here. No, because then that makes that tree look really tiny, so we're going to go here. So we're going to attach our Jeep here. Let me do that now. And if you look here on the back, this is how I kind of put everything together. So things are popped up with some adhesive, the foam adhesive, and then I just used washi tape to kind of hold all those pieces in and then inlaid everything back in. So that's how that got put together. And I'm actually going to pop it up on this layer right here. Sorry, Marcy. That's so cute. There it is. I love the way this looks. Okay, then Marcy's going to go, I think I'm going to put her over here so that she's kind of blocking where I kind of have that space right there. So we're going to put some foam adhesive behind Marcy. There's that. Our sentiment is going to go down here at the bottom. And then one of these little guys, actually, I think I want this one. One of these little guys is going to go here. Oh, I'm blocking my tree. Ooh. I'll bet we can do this. Because you won't see. It's time to fix my... I want you to be able to see that other tree. I think we're just going to cut this one. Where's my little scissors? Instead of doing that, I'm going to add him. Just a little bit of glue. I'm going to place him here. Just because I want you to be able to see this other tree. It's going to go right here. There we go. Alright, so we've got this little guy. He's going to go here. I'm going to pop him up too. He's so cute. And then pop this up. I'm just popping everything up. And this is going to go right here at the bottom. And then the last thing that we have is our little birds right here. So we're going to place the birds down. Here we take a nice close look at this. So here is your step card. Super simple to make and really fun, especially with the dies, the way that these dies are having your like scenery in the background. You can make the different levels of the scenery. So you've got your Jeep. I've got Marcy here, her little ape friend. Let the adventure begin. Super simple card, easy to make, and hopefully yeah, you guys give this one a try, and stay tuned for the subscriber only. I will give you a I'll show it to you, and then if you want to go ahead and make it, you will just follow the link on your insert here and it'll take you right to where you can make the subscriber project. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you here in just a minute. Okay, so here is one more look at our finished projects. I'm going to show you what we just finished and also the subscriber bonus project. So here is the step card that we used. Let the adventure begin. We've got our Marcy here and our camo. Super, super cute. We've got the ape about you. Here is everything that's in here. So make sure that Safari Marcy, ape about you. And then this is the Safari truck tie. We've got the Safari Skyline. So this one and this one here is the Safari Skyline, and that is your step card. So there's that one done. And then this is the subscriber project. So this was my idea for if the zoos ever open back up. This would be a super cute little tag album. It's a chunky tag album for, and I thought that the theme this month would have been really, really cute for like a zoo trip, but the zoo is closed at the moment, so I just put my little puppies in here. So here's the tag album that I made, and this is in the subscriber section. So if you just go to that listing here on your paper, you will find this and all the other design team members that did projects for you. And then this one here. So this is the subscriber project for this month. So there it is, and here is this one, and there. Hope you guys have a fabulous day, and thanks so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.